We have our African elephant collection and we have our Asian elephant collection. So I help to manage and oversee that program and take care of both species of elephants here at Zoo Miami. The elephant directly behind me, that is Mabel. We have two African elephants here, Peggy and Mabel. They're keystone species here to the zoo. Remember, not just having a love for animals, but a complete fascination for them. And I still think, you know, many years later, that still is what is my internal why, and why I get up in the morning every day to come to work, is that fascination for animals. So I started as a kid in upstate New York, kind of in a suburban, rural part of town, riding horses, working on the farm, having just about every animal possible run, fly, and move around the house. I grew to love them and have an extreme fascination for them. In general, it's a very competitive field. I would encourage them to do very similar things to I did, is to look for any volunteer opportunity, any internship opportunity, and really extrapolate as much information that you can get from senior people who have been doing this field for a long time. A big part of this field is making connections too. So I would say study hard in school and put yourself out there to do as many things as possible to gain the experience you need. Even things that I did 20 years ago as an intern or a volunteer, I can still apply those to my career now. So I think every moment of learning always comes back around. It might not come back around tomorrow or the next day, but you'll find yourself pulling some of that information from 20 years ago that you learned, and I think that's super important. Currently, right now, I'm working on trying to get Zoo Miami involved with the AZA Asian Elephant Safe program. So I would like us to be partners with that program, whether that's through investment or different projects. SAFE and IEF, which is the International Elephant Foundation, we are already partners with, and we contribute a bunch to that. So right now, the AZA Asian Elephant Safe program, as well as things here at Zoo Miami, elephants face a devastating virus called EEHV, which is a herpes virus. So we're using conservation efforts in-house by taking voluntary blood samples from our elephants to send those out for testing, for different research projects with other institutions to figure out better treatment options and better cure options that can help elephants in an accredited facility. I think I'd probably go down our exhibit design group. So we have a team at the zoo that helps to design and build and advance our habitats. And I think back to when I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do would be adjusting or redesigning a bird cage, or every week meddling around in the fish tank to redo fish tanks. I was able to do a very small project over at our ruffed lemur island where we added additional signing on the island, make it look a little bit better. Almost every facility that I've worked at, I've kind of put on my boots and gone out there and tried to do something to improve the habitat. Honestly, my favorite thing about this my whole career path and my job is obviously spending time with the animals. I think that's why most of us choose, this career, is to work with the animals. But I look back as when I was a kid, and my favorite thing to do is to just watch animals. So when I'm having a very good day, it's easy to practice gratitude. But when you're having a really bad day, whether it's your personal life or whether it's at work, I can get on my bike, I can get on a golf cart, and I can just go and watch animals. And to me, that's my favorite part of the day, because a lot of people are stuck in an office, they're stuck in traffic, and when they're having a bad day, they can't get out of that situation. I like all animals just about. So it's really hard to narrow down what my favorite animal is. I will say I'm terrified of frogs. So yes, so I can probably say that's not my favorite animal. I don't really have a fear of snakes or any other animal, but I'm quite terrified of frogs. All frogs. Toads, frogs, anybody who works with those animals, I give them a big round of applause, because that is one animal I'm not interested in working with. I think every species that I've come across, I've learned something from. They've taught me a lot about myself, a lot about them that I had no idea about. So I don't think I have a favorite. I hope in the next 5 years I'm still here at the zoo. I'm very proud of the elephant team, the things that we've been able to accomplish in just the past few years, and I think we still have a lot more to keep doing for our current collection animals and the species out there. So we have some things in the works right now that are pretty exciting, and I hope to see those follow through, and to build up our collection animal and to build up our research here at the zoo.